Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. I am from Vijayanagaram. At present, I pursuing my bachelor degree in Lindi Institute of Engineering and Technology. So, I am here to take a case study interview with my senior. So, it is the purpose of my ELCS job course in my college. So, I chosen my senior as my interview. So, let us introduce yourself, my dear brother.
Yeah, hello Gopal. Good morning.
Hello.
Myself Gollapudi Narendra. I was a BTech pass out in the year 2024 recently in the branch of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I was passed out, and present I was working in Amcorita, electrical core-based company in Bangalore. Present it was my training sessions, and my role is graduate engineer trainee, where I have learned about the low voltage modules and other designing panels of an electrical system.
Thank you, my dear, for your introduction. I have some questions for you, brother.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, my dear brother. My first question was, what was your experience in ELCS lab and how it had helped you in facing interviews?
Yeah, I can simply say that from the day one of my journey in my BTech, in the first year sessions, I was went to the ELCS lab, where I have my Hari sir and other team English also, where they encouraged us to talk more in English, so that our communication is plays a major role in this particular part of interview or any other part. Suppose if you go for another state also, the communication is the main point, and also it plays a main role also.
That's
So,
correct.
in the ELCS lab, they conducted different activities also. Every activity has a use only. Without any use, they didn't conduct any activity.
Yes, brother. Yes. Okay.
Uh,
My next question was, could you please tell me what the important requirements for facing an interview?
Yeah, so first main requirement is communication only. Because the panel member is from the south or north, maybe if he is from the foreign also, but whether we know the language English, we can easily communicate with him.
Yes.
So for the communication purpose, it is the in the interview the communication is the main part. I can say simply, and the other part is we have to build our own confidence, and we have to maintain some discipline and good body language, grooming, and other respective some tips are there where we should follow while we are going to for an interview. But mainly it is about the making of a resume and also a communication.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Then could you please give me a few tips for preparation of resume?
Yes, while preparing a resume, we have to mention each and every particular our studies related points like our SSC, 10 plus 2 or 10 plus 3 like diploma, and also our BTech also present you was pursuing, so you should be entered with the pursuing, and also mainly the projects, internships, certifications. These three are mainly plays a crucial role while we are making a resume because the interview panel member or the other aspects where we keep our resume, the questions will be based on the resume only. So while we are preparing the resume, we have to newly point and we have to observe the certifications, internships, and other achievements also.
Okay, brother. And my personal question was, what are the courses required to do for getting a job in core branches? In
Core
core,
branches mainly uh, coming to the
mainly for
uh,
mechanical engineering. Mainly for
Ah,
mechanical.
okay, that is okay. But I was from electrical, but my point of view, I can say that while we are going for an interview, we should have a basic knowledge in that subject also. Suppose if we in my electrical, I have a power systems. So in the power system consists of several subtopics and several sub lessons also. While going through this power systems, we have to thoroughly go into it and we have to learn it. So while the panel member is asking the question, sometimes some company panel members only ask, choose a topic which you would you like in your BTech till now on is like that. So if I say in my power systems for mechanical, I know about only fluid mechanics and also thermal power systems.
Yes, yeah.
So while we are going for thermal power systems, he will ask the questions from the thermal power system. What is the piston? What is the working of the piston? And other things he will ask. Definitely, while we are going for the core job, we have to uh, I mean, tackle the topic. We have to know about the topic from the pinpoint to the depth. This is where that we can simply crack the core interview. Either the core interview may be 35 minutes or 40 minutes, sometimes it may be hours also, but we should not go through the wrong way. Like not knowing about the topic and telling the topic and make a cover scenario that makes the panel member somewhat wrong impression on us.
It means
So we
we,
should,
yeah, it means we want to know the full basics of our subjects, core subjects.
yes. You should
Okay.
know the basics, and suppose if you love in the subject like thermodynamics, you have to go through the depth of thermodynamics. So when the panel member asks what you learnt about in thermodynamics, so you can tell each and every point in simple words only.
Okay. Thank you, my
Mm.
dear brother. And then
Thank you.
we want to go for next question. And which activity interested you the most in improving your communication, brother?
Uh, my communication is about reading newspapers, and also in the lab also we have you also have the sessions like GD and jam sessions.
Yeah.
Those improve my communication more compared to my first day. Present, I was able to speak with my company colleagues and my company seniors also very clearly and transparently.
Okay. Next, what was your experience in any of the national qualifier test, and could you suggest to me how to qualify in it?
Yes. National Qualified Test NQT mainly conducts the TCS every year twice. One is paid and one is free. So while we are going for the NQT of a TCS, we have to learn about the coding. Suppose if we go for the coding part, we have to learn for the logics. Suppose if we know the logic, we can crack that code easily. Every code is based upon the, suppose if we go for if else if conditional statements, I mean conditional statements, relation statements, and or not gates. These the type of some relationship would be have coding. Basically, I don't know about many coding because I was more interested in the core company only.
Yeah.
Even though I got 2 to 3 offers in the core companies only, I didn't tell my faculty, so that may be also a part. Uh, Mainly in NQT, we have to go for the aptitude, reasoning, verbal part, where we can get more number of marks, and also while we are going through it, there is some negative marks also. While we are going for the Salesforce type exam, NQT Salesforce is also there, where I was failed in the subject, but got a good marks in the NQT, where it is about 78 percentage to 80 percentage, but in coding I got only 70 percentage. That is not matter, but I was not interested in the software, but I was prepared for it and I was gone for it. We have to learn the aptitude and reasoning verbal topics, and sometimes they ask arithmetic topics also.
Okay, brother.
Mm.
Then, what is the role of verbal tests in campus interviews?
Verbal test mainly go for the synonyms, antonyms, like that, and also giving the blanks type para, and we have to fill the and also uh, correct tense. Either
Okay.
it is in the past tense, we have to conduct, we have to make it for the future tense, like the tense changing. Some particular parts are there for verbal, where I can't say simply in the topic words.
Okay, brother. Could you please share your experience in face-to-face interview?
Yes, I have gone through many face-to-face interviews where off-campus is conducted in the core companies only. I was not visited for the software more because I was not more interested in software, and I was also qualified for the return, and I was gone for the TR, but I was not more kept more interest in the software. I didn't say that the software is not a good path because someone has some interest and someone that is has other interest. My side is mainly about the core job only because due to the restriction period, my decisions have been changed and I was gone for the core. Not only about the restriction, I was day one also. I was moreover interested to work in the core company only, and my dream is to get a core company, a core job like our BHEL. I have idea.
Yeah.
Bharat Heavy Electricals, and in that electrical person and mechanical person also there is an opportunity. So you can go through it also. It has a good opportunities. But while we are facing an interview, we should keep confident. First of all, and the panel member observes the body language, how we sit, how we write, and how we behave. This is the simple other aspect, and also communication, our resume, our skills. These also plays major role while we are facing in one-to-one interview.
Okay, thank you, brother. And how was the transition from academic life to corporate life? What were the same of the initial challenges you faced?
Uh, yes, while we are in this educational or academic period, we have a situation like the four walls. More simpler words, four walls is nothing but about the we go to the college, we learn, we come back, we write exams, we pass exams like this in our academic field. But whenever we go for the corporate side, we have seen number of new faces and number of new lives because this type of lives are very, I can say simply that all are new to the company, corporate life, and also what we learned is not improved. Not we cannot find in the corporate because the company person wants as per he required, not as we required. So suppose if you for mechanical, you are mechanical, in more simple words, I can simply say that suppose if we go to the electrical vehicle system, you are fitted for only fitting of the electrical fundamentals and design of electrical vehicle. But you are not gone for the repairing or other because machine engineering and machine fitting part is only your source of job. But in the coming to education academic, the where we get the system is we can design a particular equipment, but we cannot touch, we cannot make it on hands. So here it is compared to, because suppose if we do on hands, suppose if you make an electrical vehicle like electrical cycle, you can get a design of electrical cycle and other parts and assembling. But coming to electrical vehicle, you will deal with high numbers. Like suppose if you gone through electrical cycle, you go to the company, you will deal with electrical car, electrical train, other types.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, bro. And
Okay.
this is my last question for you.
Okay.
Can you provide an example of a difficult problem you encountered at work and how you resolved it?
Present, I was been training. I have been getting a project. Till now, I have done with 2 to 3 projects where my trainer also helped me in that situation. Didn't get the points like what should be placed in the particular part of in my training. What should be placed in the particular part of PLC. I was more confused, and there is some topics like BOQ and IO. Like that, in that particular past, our trainer used to tell us this is some typical situations I faced in my training, but I have overcome it. Present, I was done with the project and this was submitted before 1 hour only.
All the best
So,
for your future,
uh,
brother.
no,
And
thank you.
could you please suggest me to crack an interview in our campus?
Sure. While we are cracking an interview, beforely I told that we have to maintain a good grooming, good body language, and good communication, and I have to have good resume. And also, while we are going for a company, we have suppose if a Hyundai company is coming for mechanical, we have to go through the Hyundai. What is Hyundai? What is the growth? What is the GDP, gross domestic product of the particular? What is the economic growth? Other aspects we have to go. Who is the CEO and who is present? Where how many branches in India or how many branches Hyundai has? We have to somewhere go through the company and we have to learn about it. And also the panel member also asked about the what type of role. We get a role in the previous day of our interview only, like in our WhatsApp groups, the TPO, placement team will give the roles. Like you have been selected for, the role is graduate engineer training or mechanical training or something. I didn't know about that particular part. So they will tell about the role. So what is the role and what will the role do? And what is the company's goal and what is the output of the company from where I mean what output we required from you. This type of questions they will be asking, Anamata.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming this interview for
Thank you.
your valuable time.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, no
brother.
problem.
All the best for your future, brother.
Sure,
Thank
sure,
you.
all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.